really happened. Turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and remember, sleep isn't always safe. The Final Sleep of Buzz, 47 a 15-part horror series full of terror, sleep, and shadows. Episode 1, The Last Passenger. Fuck, everyone boarded except the one who never got off. It was 2 a.m. when Buzz 47 left Los Angeles, headed to Denver. The driver, Kevin Williams, gave one last look at his passenger list. Lavra and Brian, a couple. Zach, TikToker, Emily, nurse, an elderly woman, and 2 others. But when Kevin checked his mirror, he saw a shadowy figure sitting on seat 17. But that wasn't on the manifest. Probably just tired eyes, he muttered. But as the bus rolled down the empty highway, the overhead lights flickered and the seat behind Helen creaked. No one had walked there. No one was supposed to be there at all. Yet something breathed. Episode 2, The Woman in White. Fuck, she was never seen boarding, but she was always there. Emily jolted awake after dozing off. Her eyes caught a woman in a long white dress sitting across the aisle, silently staring ahead. Her face was blank, almost blurred. When Emily blinked, the woman was gone. She turned to Zach, who was filming. Did you see her? Zach nodded slowly. She was right there. Kevin looked into the rearview mirror again and saw her walking down the aisle, but the door never opened. Outside, fog surrounded the bus. Inside, fear started growing. Episode 3, Zach's footage. Fuck, he filmed her once, but she kept coming back closer. Zach uploaded a short video to TikTok titled Haunted Bus Challenge, but when he reviewed the clip, the pale childlike figure flashed behind Emily. Zach replayed it and the figure appeared closer each time. On the third replay, it was right behind him, smiling. That night, as he scrolled alone, his phone froze. Then a whisper came through the speaker, "Keep watching me." Episode 4, The Vanishing Road. Fuck, there was no GPS, no road. Only fog dot and a wooden sign. Around 3:07 a.m., Kevin noticed the GPS blinking. Then it went black, no signal. The highway turned into a fog-drenched path with no lights, no signs. Then a wooden board hung between 2 dead trees. Sleep beyond this point. Zach tried to go live no connection. Emily gripped the seat as the air turned cold. Where the hell are we? Lavra whispered. Brian replied, not on Earth anymore. Episode 5, Emily's Dream. Fuck, in her dream, she died. When she woke up, she still wasn't sure. Emily dreamt she was in a hospital full of dead patients. Every face had hollow eyes and their mouths whispered, sleep forever. She awoke gasping, but her arm was sore. Looking down, she saw an IV drip inserted into her vein. She screamed. Kevin hit the brakes. What's happening back there? But the needle disappeared as quickly as it came. Emily looked at Helen, who was quietly mumbling in Latin. Episode 6, Brian is missing. Fuck, seat 5 was soaked but empty. Lavra woke up and reached for Brian, but he was gone. His seat was soaked in cold moisture, and the floor had muddy footprints leading toward the back. Kevin checked the camera as Brian never moved, but Lavra had seen him moments ago. Helen whispered, the bus takes who it chooses. Lavra screamed for help, but the rest just stared ahead, blank and pale. Episode 7, The Black Bus. Fuck, it drove past them, but everyone inside was dead. Just after 4 a.m., a black bus passed them on a parallel road. Kevin slowed down to watch. Inside that bus were passengers identical to his own, but pale, still dead. Emily saw herself sitting next to a dead Brian. Is that U.S., she said. Then the black bus turned and vanished into a wall of fog. Episode 8, Kevin's wife returns. Fuck, she died years ago, but came back to warn him. Kevin saw her in the mirror, his late wife. Susan, her ghostly figure, stood near the emergency door. Turn back, she said, her voice watery. Sleep is not rest here. Kevin pulled the wheel hard, but the road curved back into the same loop. She's not trying to stop us, Helen whispered. She's guiding us deeper. Episode 9, the 11th seat. Fuck, there were 10 seats per row, but someone sat in number 11. Zach sat near the middle aisle when he felt cold breath behind him. He turned, nothing. He counted the seats again. There were 11 now, but only 10 were ever there. On seat 11, a small girl with black eyes sat. When he blinked, she was gone, yet her giggle echoed under the seats. Episode 10, The Bone Bus. Fuck, in their dream, the bus was made of bones, and it was eating them. Everyone fell asleep. In the dream, Bus 47 was skeletal fleshless wheels, seats of bone, and screaming skulls for lights. Lara screamed herself awake. Her mouth was bleeding. "What's happening?" she cried. Kevin replied, "I can't stop it anymore." The wheel moved on its own now. Episode 11, Laura's letter. Puck, he never wrote it, but it was his handwriting and blood. Lara found a folded note stuffed into her backpack. "I'm trapped. Don't sleep, Brian." It was his writing, but he never brought paper. Worse blood stains covered the corners. Lara looked up. Helen had vanished. Only her rosary remained hanging from the roof rail, swinging. Episode 12, The Bus Whispers. Puck, the engine roared like screams, and it spoke. The bus shook violently. From the speakers, a voice emerged. "Sleep now." The windows fogged from the inside. Everyone's reflections were smiling, even though their real faces were frozen in fear. Zach recorded it. The video showed him smiling too, but he wasn't. Episode 13, Count the Shadows. Puck, 5 boarded, 7 remain. 2 were never alive. Police checkpoint halted them. An officer climbed aboard and frowned. "How many passengers?" "Kevin, 5 now." "Officer, then why did I see 7 shadows?" Before he could speak more, the door slammed shut. The officer never came back out. Episode 14, The Sleep Well. Puck, it wasn't a stop. It was a sacrifice. Bus halted near an old well surrounded by dead trees. One by one, shadows left the seats and drifted into the pit. Lara clutched Emily. "Don't look," but her hands were pulled free. "Sleep is where you belong now," said a voice from inside the well. Kevin's eyes turned black. Episode 15, Final Sleep. Puck, they never reached their destination, but something did. At dawn, Bus 47 was found on an empty road. No driver, no passengers, only seats soaked with dark stains. The engine was still warm. On the dashboard, a note. Bus 47 never had a destination. IT was the destination. One final echo came from the radio, now boarding for eternal sleep.